This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, all. Good morning. Welcome back. Hope you all doing well. So today we are going to cover first project, so which is very important. So when we attend interview, so when we give our personal details, after that we have to explain this CI/CD flow. Okay, so this is very important project. So actually it will take two hours time, but already we are having one Jenkins server, so no need to create another Jenkins server. So we can reduce 30 minutes or 25 minutes for Jenkins because existing server we can use. Fine. Can you see my screen, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So this is complete CI/CD project. So end to end from local Git to Tomcat server. How the code will flow. Okay. So normally when we schedule the job, so whenever latest changes happen in the GitHub, so how the code will be moved to target server like web server or application server, and how the code will be deployed automatically, right? So we'll see that today. So this is very important. Most of the project teams, they are using this CI/CD, right? So currently in our project also we are using same flow in Wipro and UHG. So people like working on that, my friends, okay, they are saying like same CI/CD flow they are using. Okay, so now for this CI/CD flow we required some prerequisites which are like GitHub account required, simple JavaScript required. Okay, so AWS account required, Jenkins server required, and Maven and Git installation configuration required, Tomcat server required. Okay, these are the prerequisites to perform this CI/CD flow, right? So we have already GitHub account, right? Also, I prepared some JavaScript. So I have simple Java script I have already prepared something, and also we have AWS account, right? AWS account we have. Also Jenkins server already available, right? So Maven also installed in the Jenkins. So Git also we have already configured in the Jenkins, right? So we have to prepare Tomcat server now. First we have to set up Tomcat server. So prior to that, I'll show you sample script. Okay. So JavaScript, whatever I'm not Java developer. I don't have Java knowledge, but I collected from somewhere and I prepared the JavaScript here. Okay, so I'll show you JavaScript first. So after that, so we can deploy this code into Tomcat server, Java code. So once we deploy the code, so we can go ahead and check in the web server. So from outside world, we can access the application. So just a minute. JavaScript. Okay, you want me to share, right? Yeah. Okay. So do one thing. I'll show you how to get the Java code. I'll show you. Wait for 2 minutes. Right. So now, yeah, these are the prerequisites to perform this activity, CI/CD flow. Okay, this is very, very important. Why I'm saying again and again, because while giving the interview, right? So we have to explain this flow. So when I attend proxies, so last week also I attended a couple of proxies. By the time I explain this CI/CD, so once we explain this, they will understand this person is having knowledge. This person is having real-time knowledge, so they will consider. So 50% of the interview will be completed. So once we explain this, so normally interviewers they will prepare to ask different way. So they will prepare for different way to ask the interview, to take the interview. So once we give personal details, like when they ask, tell me something about yourself, right? So by the time we give our details, right? After that, so coming to my roles and responsibilities, then we need to start this flow. Okay, so we have Git, GitHub, Jenkins, Maven, NEXUS, right? So we have development team, developers are working on the local Git. Like that, we have to tell the flow, right? So that they will understand. So when I take interviews in our project, okay, so I'll observe. So the person who is giving the interview, can he explain the CI/CD or not? Okay, so if he's not giving that details, CI/CD details, definitely I'll ask. So do you have CI/CD flow in your project? So can you explain that? Right? So this is very important. So next one. See here, these are the developers. Developers are developing the code in their local workspace, right? So once development is completed, testing is completed, they will push the code to remote repository, which is GitHub, right? So when the code is moved to remote repository, so we schedule the job, right? Jenkins will always monitor when new changes happen in the GitHub. Immediately Jenkins will pick without any manual intervention. Jenkins will pick the code and it will push to application server. So in application server, the code will be deployed, right? So once the code is deployed, so we can access the application from outside world, right? We can access that application in the browser so that it will be displayed, whatever application. So I'll show you some sample application, but real applications also we can test like this. Okay. Yeah, these are the things. So these are the things. Now let me show you JavaScript, Java project, Java code, which I prepared, which is very simple code. Go to github.com. So the project is Hello World project. You can search here. Hello World. Yeah, this is the project, right? So this folder structure is required. Server, web app. Okay, go to open this web app folder. Inside of this, source folder is there. Open this folder. Inside of this, we have index.jsp. Open this. See here. This is very simple JavaScript. So this is the syntax. Okay. So you can give anything. The syntax is mandatory. So you can prepare anything inside of this. Okay. Fine. So how to get this project? How to get this repository? So if you want to take this repository, just search like this Devops Engineer 30 space / hello world. Can you search like this? Shilu, you want to share this code, right? In GitHub, in your GitHub, you can search this name, Devops Engineer 30 space / hello world. If you are able to find out, then you can click on the fork. So that what will happen? This repository will be added to your repository. Anyone?
No, I can't. No, I'm not able to find it.
Okay, so I ping you, just copy paste it. Yeah, session is recording. Mahesh, session is recording. You can copy paste this and you can try once if you're able to find or not. If you're unable to find, I'll share the code later. It's a simple code. No, right? Fine. So I do one thing. Okay, so later point of time you can try. So I'll copy this entire code repository and I'll put into Google Drive and I'll give you, because so not only this code, all the folders, pom.xml, everything is required. So if you copy only this code, it will not work properly. If you copy this code, it will not work properly. Pom.xml also required. So pom.xml one file is there, right? Here. So this folder structure, everything is required. Yeah, this pom.xml. Also, we have one more pom.xml in the main directory. See here. This is also required. Web app folder is required. Server is required. All these things required to run this project. Okay. So I'll share with you. Don't worry. So I'll take entire repository, one copy, and I'll put into Google Drive. I'll share with you. Okay. Fine. Now, yeah. So this is my Java code. So next one is we require TOMCAT server. Okay. So we require TOMCAT server. So first, yeah, Jenkins also required. We have Jenkins. So let me start the Jenkins first. Then I'll create one more server, which is TOMCAT. Oh, too much. My account is suspended. Authentication failed because your account has been suspended. So my account is suspended. Can anyone share your credentials? So my other account, I thought to create new account, but I forgot actually. So anyone, can you provide your account details, or else you need to postpone to evening?
Sir, can you create GSP or like Azure?
Yeah, yeah. Can you ping me? I think already someone pinged me. Okay. So yeah, she'll ping me. So password required, right? So let me. Yeah, after this session, you can change the password. Yeah, I logged into this. Fine. So I think Jenkins server is there or not there. Let me check. If it is not there, quickly we can create. Yes, not there. Singapore region. Okay. Yeah, I quickly create one Jenkins server. So Ohio is a bit faster. So that is why I'm using Ohio. So anyways, if it is good for you, Singapore region you can use, not an issue. So let me quickly create Jenkins server. I think she's from Singapore, that is why she's using. Yeah, let me take one server, Ubuntu server. Name Jenkins. Security group, I create new security group quickly. So kind of rules, alt TCP. So we know right how to create Jenkins server. That is why I'm moving a bit faster. Yeah, now sudo get update. Yeah. Now Jenkins is active. So let us go and connect this. Yeah. So our password is available here. Copy this. Connect. Yeah. This is the password. Highlight this. Enter. Paste here. And then install suggested plugins. Yeah. Username admin. Admin. Yeah. Now it is ready. So let's quickly go and configure Maven. Okay. Save. Now Maven is available. Quickly go to new and CI CD project. Install project. Okay. Source code management. So we can give our source code. Hello world project we can give. Copy this. Go down here. Build. Invoke top level Maven targets. Select Maven version. Goals. Clean. So we can give clean install package. Clean install package. Apply. Save. Now I just want to run this job, whether job is working fine or not. Now the job is success, right? So our Jenkins is working fine now. So our code is ready. JavaScript, Java code is ready. Also GitHub account is ready, and Jenkins also ready, right? Now, so we have to create one server which is Tomcat. Now we require Tomcat server, right? So let us take one server here and create Tomcat. So I want to take Ubuntu only for this. Any server you can take. So not only Ubuntu, you can take whatever you want to take, like CentOS, Amazon Linux, RHCL.
In Jenkins, node server is not required.
Not required. Node is not required. So in real time, normally we use Node only, but in our session, not required. So test lab, we can use master also. So normally in real time, we don't run the jobs on master. Now I connect Tomcat, copy this, and party session. Okay. First, we have to download this Tomcat. Okay, before starting, before work, before installing package, this Tomcat, Apache Tomcat is not available inside of the repository, right? So we have to download. Before that, we have to update the internal repository. Sudo apt get update. So now I want to check in the browser. Download Apache Tomcat. Yeah. So 8 version is stable version, right? So go down here. This is the tar file. Right click this, copy link address, wget, paste it. Now the Tomcat is downloaded, right? So now, so this is zip format, right? So binary format. So we have to untap this. So for which command here is tar space hyphen xvzf and file name. Just a minute. So now it is untar. The file is untar now. Next one is, so once we untar this file, just a minute, background noise is coming. So let me close my windows here. Okay, just a minute. So now we have enter this. Let us check now ls. So we have Apache Tomcat folder, right? So we have to go this folder. So normally Apache Tomcat we don't install, we start this service. Okay. So we just need to start the service, then so we can access the Tomcat. Okay. So if I now cd Apache Tomcat, go to this folder, ls. Here we have one folder which is a bin folder. So we have to go to bin folder. cd bin ls. See here some commands are there here. Shutdown.sh, startup.sh, digest.sh, okay. So daemon.sh, different commands are there. So using these commands, we have to start the Tomcat, shutdown.sh and startup.sh. So when we execute these commands, so Tomcat will be started, okay. So now, first we can shutdown.sh /shutdown.sh. Now it is shutdown /startup.sh. Whether the Java home or okay, Java required, right? So before this, we have to install Java here. Java is required. So we can install quickly Java. So apt get install OpenJDK -8 Yeah. Now we can go to the folder cd Apache folder, cd bin folder, ls. So now we have to start the service /shutdown.sh. First we have to shut down. Now it is shutting down /startup.sh. You have to start the service using these commands. Okay, startup.sh, shutdown.sh. Now I'm starting Tomcat. Tomcat is started here. See here, Tomcat started. Now we can access the Tomcat from browser, right? So from browser, so go to browser. So copy public IP of the Tomcat. So close this. Paste here /8080 is the port number. Okay, so enter. Now I'm able to access Tomcat server, right? So here the problem is Jenkins is running on 8080 port number, Tomcat also running on 8080 port number, right? So two servers running on the same port number, it will give some conflicts. Sometimes while trigger the jobs, while build the jobs, so it will give some errors, right? So that is why we have to change the port number here. So Tomcat port number I want to change, right? So for which we have to go to, yeah. So again go to Tomcat server, clear the screen. So cd come back from the bin folder. So ls here. So here we have one conf directory, conf, right? So we have to go in, set up this cd conf ls here. here we have one file which is server.xml. So we have to go inside of this. Okay. So vi server.xml, open this file, go down here. So connector port 1 line will be there, connector port. So there we have to change the, see here, connector port, which is 8080, right? So I want to change this port. I want to change it to 8090. Escape, save and quit. Fine. Now, so once we change this configuration, the Tomcat, whenever we modify anything, so we have to restart the service. Otherwise, Tomcat will not run properly. Right now, if you check this, if you refresh this again, the page will not be open. Page will be open because we haven't restarted the service, right? So now I want to restart. Come out from the conf directory, go to bin directory. So commands are available in bin directory only, right? So these are the commands: shutdown.sh, startup.sh. Now we can give /shutdown.sh /startup.sh. Right now it is started. So now if you go and check here, if you refresh now this, it will show you error. Right now we have to change the port number 8090, refresh, right? Now it is accessible. Fine. Yeah, so website is accessible, but we have to log in manager app here. In the Tomcat, we have to log in manager app. So I click on manager app here. See here. So when I click on manager app, it is giving 403 access denied, right? So why it is giving the error like this? Because we have one file which is context.xml. So in this, we have to disable something. To access this manager app, we have to disable instead of the context.xml file, right? So for which, what we have to do? So we have to go to the console and we have to disable something inside of the context.xml, right? So now you can go to console. So where the file is available, I don't know, right? So where this file context.xml is available, so we don't know, right? So that is why we have to find out that file. So command here is find space slash space hyphen name space context dot xml. Enter. Okay, so we have to use sudo. That is why it is showing permissions denied. See here. Now I could able to find, so these files context.xml, 4 files are there, right? So inside of this file, some path is there, which is, so value class name, one path is there that we have to disable. Then only, so it will allow you to access manager app in the Tomcat server. Okay, so for which, what we have to do, we have to open this files one by one. Okay, so now first I can open this file vi, paste this line. Yeah, here value class name is not there. Okay, so this is not the right file. Control Q, next line. So copy second line, just highlight this vi, paste this, enter. See here. Now value class name, one line is there, right? So this line we have to disable. From here to here we have to disable. So value class name, if you enable this, so manager app will not work. Okay, so normally in real time, so value class name will be disabled. It should be disabled. So to run the application, right? So how to disable that, I'll show you. Now move to insert mode. Now use this escalatory mark hyphen hyphen. So this is starting, and move to end of the file. Hyphen hyphen close. Right. So this is the way normally we close we can disable the file. So value class name we have to disable like this. Okay. So yeah, here less than yeah. This escalator mark hyphen hyphen and up the line, yeah, like this. Fine. Escape, save and quit. So also one more line, third line also we have to check. So this is the third line, right? In this also we have to disable the value class name. Value class name is not there in the third line, third file. So can we can check fourth one. Yeah, here it is there, value class name. So we have to disable this. Insert mode. Escalatory mark hyphen hyphen move to end of the line space hyphen hyphen close. So when we close this, when we disable this, this line will be, this color will be yeah, changed, right? See here, here also it is disabled. Up to here it is disabled, right? The same way value class name we have to disable like this. Escape, save and quit. Right? So now we disable this value class name. So now if you go and check that, so when we disable this value class name, so again we have to restart the service. Okay. /shutdown.sh /startup.sh. So every time whenever we modify any changes in the Tomcat, we have to restart the Tomcat service. Otherwise, it will not work properly. Right? Now, so go to Tomcat server, remove this up to here, enter now. Now it is showing the page. If you click on this manager app now, it will not throw you 403 error. It will ask you logins. Okay, click on this. See here, now it is asking username password. So what username password we have to give? What is the username password? So we don't know, right? Username password. So for which I prepared some scripts. Okay. So in that scripts, I prepared some logins, username password. That logins we have to paste into Tomcat server. Okay. So what are the logins? I'll show you quickly. So go back here. Open Tomcat. Yeah, this is the file, Tomcat installation file. I'll share with you this file. So in this file, how to install Tomcat, the complete steps are there here. Okay. So now, yeah, see here, end of the page, we have scripts. I prepared the scripts. So using the scripts, we can create login. See here, deployer is the username, deployer is the password. Tomcat is the username, secret is the password. So like this, some credentials I prepared. Okay. So we have to take these credentials, we have to copy this, and we have to paste into Tomcat server so that we can directly give the login ID password, right? So I can copy this. I'll share with you this file. So this is Tomcat installation file. So you can follow the steps to install Tomcat. Copy this, go to Tomcat. So clear the screen here. Okay, so where we have to paste this? Okay, so on which file we have to paste? So let us go to, come back from the bin directory. So ls here. Here we have one conf directory. Go to conf directory, cd conf, ls here. So here we have one file which is tomcat-user.xml. So this is the file, right? So in this we have to paste the credentials. So vi tomcat-user.xml. Open this file. Go down here. Yeah. So insert mode, here we have to paste the credentials. Okay. So I can right click here. So these are the credentials. So here spaces should be, we have to give properly. Otherwise, while building the application, so it will get some errors. Okay. So we have to put properly. So one space we can give, otherwise it will throw some errors. Right. Now I copied credentials, right? So here we have credentials. We can use any credentials to log in our Tomcat. Okay. So escape, save and quit. Now again we have to start the service. So come back to bin directory, cd dot dot and cd bin directory, ls. We have to run the commands again, /shutdown.sh. /startup.sh. Right. So now it is started. So after that, so once we copy these credentials, go back to application, just remove once this here, enter again.
Sir, is this the standard procedure to create the login credential?
Yeah, you can create the Tomcat also different way, but this is best practice. Normally using scripts, shell scripts, we can create this. This is the best practice. So in real time, normally we add the logins like this. Let me refresh once again. So it's a bit slow, right? Yeah. So now it is asking logins, right? Tomcat server, it is asking logins. Now we can give logins, whatever logins we added in the Tomcat server. So I can use this logins. Username is Tomcat, password is secret, S3CRET, right? So I can use this logins, Tomcat secret. Click on login. Now I am able to log in Tomcat server. See here. So this page should be open, right? So now I'm able to log in Tomcat. Fine. So once we are able to log in, once we log in Tomcat, okay. So next one is we have So we have Java code is ready, Jenkins is ready, Tomcat also ready, right? So now we have to integrate Tomcat server to Jenkins server, right? So to integrate, we know that we have to install plugin, right? So go to Jenkins server, click on Manage Jenkins, go to Manage Jenkins, Manage Plugins, Available Plugins. Here we have to install some plugin which is Deploy to Container is the plugin. See here, Deploy to Container. This is the plugin to integrate Tomcat server to Jenkins server. Select this, install without restart. Fine. It is success. I want to quickly restart Jenkins. Yeah. So username, password we have to give here. Admin. Fine. Now the plugin is installed here. Now we can configure. So once we install the plugin, so we have to go to Manage Jenkins. Yeah. Go to click on Manage Credentials. Go to Manage Credentials. See here, we have Jenkins here. Okay, so we have to create some, we have to configure some credentials here. To connect, to configure our Tomcat server, we have to add some credentials. Okay, so click on Jenkins, click on global credentials, add new credentials. I'll show you once again. Go to dashboard, go to Manage Jenkins, manage credentials. So this is very important here. Okay, so click on Manage Credentials, click on Jenkins, global credentials. See here, add credentials. Click on this. Here we have to add some credentials, which are Tomcat credentials. Okay, so we already used one credentials, which are Tomcat secret, right? So we can use other credentials for this deployment. These credentials we can use deployer. Okay, so now username is deployer, password also same, deployer. So ID, we can give some ID for understanding. So Tomcat logins. I want to give Tomcat logins. New something I want to give. Same description also can give same. Click on OK. Okay, so these are the Tomcat credentials. Right. Next one, we have to go to job. So we configure this. Okay. Next, we have to go to job, where we configured CI/CD job. Okay. So click on configure. Go to build. Yeah. Here in the build, so add build action. Click on this. Yeah, see here. So add post build action, not add build action, add post build action. So here we have deploy var ER2 container. So this is the plugin which we installed, right? So click on this and we have to configure here. Okay. So deploy var or ER file to container. So container means like Tomcat. Okay. So here, so we have to provide the path, var file path, right? So what is the path? We don't know. So path we don't know. So that is why what we have to do. So I want to use this question mark here. Click on this. When I click on this, it is showing something. Var ER file to deploy relative to the workspace root. You can also specify and space style globe something they are saying, right? So I don't want to use something. I don't want to use this one. I want to use something like extension. I want to use like this. */** dot var. Okay, copy this extension and paste here. So when we copy this, what will happen when we build this job? Automatically it will pick the var file, right? So you can just copy this. So context path is we can ignore. No need to give anything here. Next one is containers. Click on this. So this is the Tomcat version. Whatever version we used, we have to select. Tomcat 8 we are using, right? Tomcat 8.x. Tomcat 8.x we are using. Next one is we have to add the credentials. See here, these are the Tomcat credentials, right? Select this. So Tomcat URL. Here we have to give Tomcat URL. Tomcat URL. Just copy this up to here. Copy paste the URL. Tomcat URL. Yeah. Next one is go down. Add container. Click on this. Container already added, right? So next one is once we copy this URL. Yes, that's it. So credentials Tom. Yeah. See here now credentials and Tomcat URL. Click on save. So once we save this, next one. So these configurations are very important. So we have to follow this proper way. Otherwise, we'll get some issues while building the job, while running the job, we'll get some issues. Okay. Now, go to Tomcat CLI. Clear the screen. Yeah, now go to come out from the bin directory. ls here. So here we have one web apps folder, right? So go to this web apps folder. cd web apps ls here. Here we have different folders like a root, docs, examples, post-manager, manager, right? So these are the folders, but we don't have any file available here. Web app file is not available, right? Web app.var, one file will be created here. Once we deploy the code, one web app.var file will be generated here, which will be show you in red color. Okay. Now, so I want to trigger this job once. Once we trigger the job, if you check now, once we trigger the job, if you check that, so it will be available. The file will be generated here. Okay. Now go to Jenkins. I want to run this job once again. Build now. Now the code is deploying into Tomcat. we are deploying the code into TOMCAT server. So once it is, job is completed, success. See here, /var/lib/Jenkins workspace, CI/CD project, web app, target, something, right? Now, if you go and check here, now if you check ls, see here, web app.var file is available because so the code is deployed on TOMCAT server, right? So whatever code we prepared, Java code, this is our Java code, right? Open this source file, index.jsp. So this is the Java code. Same code is deployed on TOMCAT server. Now, if you connect through browser, you could see this, you can see this code. Okay. So now I want to connect this TOMCAT server from browser. Copy this. Here I want to give, TOMCAT server login ID, like public IP and port number /web app we have to give, web app. So once we give this and check enter here, so now it will be displayed. The code, whatever code we deployed on the TOMCAT, that will be displayed here. See here. So backend normally we test like this. Okay. So hello all, welcome to Harsha trainings. Now Java, something. So I wrote this code in GitHub. The same code trigger into TOMCAT, right? So backend we are checking like this. We can check like this using IP address, port number /web app. Okay. So this is manual test. Normally manually we can test like this. Okay, fine. So now I want to automate this. Okay. For which what we can do, we can create some jobs. We can schedule some jobs. Okay. Go to Jenkins server. Dashboard here. Go to dashboard and go to job configure. Go to build triggers. Go to build triggers. Here we have poll SCM. So in poll SCM, normally we can assign this job. Okay. So in poll SCM, every 2 minutes, I want to trigger the job if any changes happened in the GitHub. Got it, right? So if any changes happen in the GitHub, only the job will be triggered. If there is no changes happened in the GitHub, it will not check anything. It will not do anything. Okay, for which I want to create some job here. Cron tab guru, go to cron tab guru. So every 2 minutes, open the schedule. So copy this and paste here. So every 2 minutes, Jenkins will check that. It will not go and check. It will put some eye on the GitHub. Okay. So by the time, whenever changes happen, whenever the changes happen in the GitHub, then only the job will trigger. Otherwise, it will not trigger. Okay. So apply, save. Now, see here. Currently, we have run 2 jobs. We have completed 2 jobs, right? So now what I will do, I want to go to GitHub and I want to modify something, the code here. Okay. So I just want to edit this, whatever code is available in the GitHub. Click on this to edit the code. So now I want to remove these 3 lines. Currently 5 lines are there, right? I want to, I want to remove these 3 lines. I remove these 3 lines and commit changes. Right? So I committed the changes. Now, if you go and if you wait for 2 minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, okay. Once Jenkins is confirmed, job will trigger automatically. So we no need to touch manually. So just observe here. I just committed the code in the GitHub. Third job will start without any manual intervention. Third job automatically it will start. It is taking some time. Yeah, see here. Now it is started, third job. Now the job is running. So now if you go and check here, if you refresh now, this will be removed and new deployment will be available. New code will be available. Refresh now, see here. So we removed 3 lines, right, in the GitHub, right? Fine. So this is the way normally in real time, whenever GitHub, whenever any changes happen in the GitHub, then only Jenkins will pick the code. But in Jenkins, normally developers will not do any changes. It should not do. We should not do changes in the GitHub because it is not recommended way. Normally in real time, we do the changes in, we means developers. Developers will do the changes in local Git. So in GitHub, it is not recommended. In GitHub, developers will not do any changes, right? So currently we did the changes in GitHub, but that is not recommended way. Now what I will do, so I will clone this code into local, my local. So whatever code is available here, this code I want to clone into my local Git, and I update the code, I push to remote repository. So by the time what will happen, Jenkins will check whenever changes happen in the GitHub. By the time automatically the code will be pulled from GitHub to Jenkins, right? So now what I will do, copy this repository. Okay, so I create one file in my local. Yeah, create one folder, CACD. Git bash here, git init. Now I want to clone the code from the GitHub. Okay, git clone is the command. Git clone space a repository URL. Paste here. This is the repository URL, right? Now ls here. You know, right? What is clone? What is pull? What is the difference? You know, right? So when we clone, entire repository will be cloned into local. So when we pull, only files will be pulled into local, right? So this is hello world repository, entire repository clone. So which is available in my local, right? So go to cd hello world, ls here. We have web apps folder, cd web apps, web app folder, ls here. Source folder is there, cd src, ls, cd main, ls, cd again web app, ls. Here we have index.jsp, vi index.jsp. Now this is our code, Java code, right? So I want to do some changes here. Okay, so insert. Okay, cursor is here. Fine. So now I want to copy this entire line, YY, escape YY, and paste. So here I want to do some changes. Insert, remove this code. Next week, we will be having second project next week. I want to add something like also I want to copy this entire line YY paste like this. Okay, so now escape, save and quit. Next thing చేయాలండి, once we modify the file in local, next what we have to do?
We need commit.
Push to the GitHub.
Before that మనం కొన్ని సెట్ చేసాం కదా, స్టెప్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో
We need to
commit చేయాలి, యాడ్ చేసి commit.
yeah correct అండి. git add space dot git commit -m commit message. Okay, committed the code. Now we can push to a remote repository. Git push -u origin to master, or else you can directly push git push origin master also. Git push origin master. Now it is pushing to a remote repository, right? So now if you go and check in the remote repository, the changes will be available. Web app source file index.js. See here. So we have added, right? Now go to Jenkins. Jenkins will start next job. Third job is completed, right? It will start fourth job now. Yeah, fourth job is started. So whenever changes happen in the GitHub, right, Jenkins automatically it will trigger. Now go to refresh now. It will be updated. See here, right? So this is the way normally in live applications. Live applications means Flipkart application, right? Amazon shopping sites and Reliance Trends, whatever live applications are there. In that normally developers, so they will develop the code in local and they will push to a remote repository. By that time, Jenkins automatically it will take and it will push into application servers or web servers. Okay, their deployment will be happening, right? So now this code is deployed on TOMCAT. So again one more time we can do this. Commit changes. So now I committed the local, right? Local some changes. Local cheyagoladu. Okay. So we should not do in local. Fine. No, not an issue. So we can do in. We can check this once, and again in local we can do change. Remote repository lo cheyagodandi. So local we can do the changes in local, right? So in remote repository, so we should not do any changes. So now it is starting 5th job. If you refresh now, this will be removed and add into new code once complete the job. See here, right? So again, go back to local once, ls here. Okay, now we can do the changes on ls here. So open index.jsp. You can remove this some lines here. So delete. So you can keep some lines, 4-5 lines you can keep, and then delete dd. Yeah, now we have 6 lines. Okay, 6 lines are there, right? Now we can escape this, save and quit, git add space dot git commit hyphen m commit message. Now we can push to remote repository. Git push origin master. Now the code is okay. Oh, I see. So ఎందుకు push అవ్వలేదు చెప్పండి. Why we are getting this error?
డేటా మనం పుల్ చేయకుండా చేసింది.
లేదండి. Yeah, correct. So actually, so in remote repository, one extra change is available. Extra, so commit ID is available, right? So that is not available in local. That is why it is not pushing, right? So I do one thing quickly. Yeah, no need to delete actually. So whatever code is available that we can hide and we can do it. But I deleted by mistake. cd 1 something. So I want to pull this quickly. Git init, Git clone. So folder we can delete or we can hide that folder. We can do different way also. ls cd hello world cd web apps cd index dot. Yes. So here I want to copy entire line yy paste. Yeah, 5 lines. I want to give 5 lines only. Okay. Now escape, save and quit. Git add git commit hyphen m commit message. Okay, now I want to push. Git push hyphen u not required origin master. Now it is pushed to remote repository. Now wait for few seconds. Jenkins will check and it will start 6th job. Now it will start 6th job. Yeah, see here, 6th job is started. Now go and check here, refresh this. See here, right? So this is the way normally in real time developers, so they will update the application, they will push changes to GitHub. By the time automatically Jenkins will pick that and it will deploy on target servers. Any questions on Antor? Is it clear to you? So this is very, very important for interview, also in real time when you move to project. So this is important. So our role is jobs creation, configurations, integrations, right? So we don't do any development, we don't commit any code, right? So this is very important. You can practice this. I'll provide you this TOMCAT installation file, also JavaScript, Java code. I'll provide you. So you can add into your GitHub. You can create one repository. In that you can paste all the folders. You can move the folders. Okay, so that yeah, you can practice this. So when we attend interview, so we have to explain this flow, CI/CD flow. Okay, so we have a development team. Developers are working on their workspace, local workspace. Once development is completed, testing is completed, they will push the code to a remote repository, which is GitHub. So from once it is moved to remote repository, the code is moved to remote repository. So we have GitHub. So before that code, before moving to GitHub, we have one Sonar code review tool. Sonar code review tool. Sonar code review tool will check the code. So any duplicate lines are there, any errors are there, it will review the code. So normally Sonar review code we use for code standards. So every project team, they will maintain some standards, code standards, right? So for code standards, we are using Sonar code review tool. So Sonar code review tool having some metrics, that metrics created by developers. So based on the metrics, it will work. So if the duplicate lines are more than 3 lines are there, so Sonar code review will review and it will revert back to local. If any errors are there, okay, it will check and it will not allow into a remote repository, right? So once it is moved to remote repository, we have Jenkins. Jenkins is a CI/CD tool, so which will pick the code from GitHub to Jenkins. Okay, so Maven will generate as a WAR file. That WAR file will be pushed to application server, target server. Their code will be deployed. ఇది ఇంకా ఎలాబరేట్ చేసి చెప్పొచ్చు మీరు చెప్పాలంటే. Okay, so ఈ flow చెప్పాలండి. So we have to explain this flow in the interview. So once we explain our personal details, after that, so we have to present this. So then interviewer definitely he will understand the person is having real-time experience, right? Yeah. So you can practice this project. So next week we'll be having second project. Okay. Second project.
So what is the actual purpose of Apache TOMCAT?
Apache TOMCAT purpose deployments అండి. ఇది అప్లికేషన్ సర్వర్ కదా. మనం అంటే రియల్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ లో ఎలా ఉంటాయంటే ఒక అప్లికేషన్ రన్ అవుతుంది అనుకోండి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వన్ అప్లికేషన్ ఇస్ రన్నింగ్. some business is running, they deploy the application on some server, right? So that is Tomcat, or it can be any server, JBoss server, WebSphere server, any server. So I'm using just Tomcat here. Okay, it can be any server. So normally in real time, application teams, what they will do, they will maintain the application, they will manage the applications. So that the main production support they give, then application maintenance they will do, right? So whatever changes are there, they will update in the application. Whatever latest dashboards, if they want to add, they can add. They remove some pricing, they add some pricing, they add some content, they remove some content, right? So this is a live application. So Apache Tomcat is just application server. So there the application will be available. Application is deployed. That will be maintained by development team. So in middle, what we do, we work on Jenkins. Okay. It's a complete flow and CI/CD flow.
So can we configure Sonar code review metrics in Jenkins?
So normally Sonar code review tool, what we will do, so we will not have any access on Sonar code review tool. So our duty is just install, configure Sonar code review, and we integrate with Jenkins and we'll hand over to project team. That's it. We don't do anything. Even the metrics also, they will create application team. Okay. Sonar code review, currently they put some licensing. That is why we are not using in test lab. So if it is possible, definitely, so I'll try to get one license. Okay. So coming batch, one batch is going, right? In that I want to add that tool, Sonar code review tool and NAGIOS. So people are asking NAGIOS also. Okay. So if I add that two tools, definitely I'll invite your batch. Also, I want to put some separate batch for Python scripting also. Python scripting also, I want to add. Okay, so if I add that, definitely I will invite your batch. So I'm working on that currently, Python. So once it is complete, I will announce, I'll add into the batch, new batch. By the time I'll invite your batch. Okay. So last week, last week, yeah, go ahead, please.
We will install Java on the servers, right, sir? Suppose if a server is having 1.8 and if the team wants to upgrade it to 1.9, so we delete that 1.8 and then we install 1.9, or how we do that?
We can upgrade. We can upgrade using Ansible. We can upgrade, or else we can remove first and reinstall again. Either it can be as per the project requirement. For example, if the servers are not using currently, we can remove completely. If they are using, we should not remove. We have to upgrade. Got it, right?
So what would be the command for that to upgrade in specific command?
So in Ansible, we have to check the playbook. Using Ansible, normally we install, right? So in real time, you don't install manually, because we'll have enterprise level architecture, right? So if any organization, if you take any organization, like any small organization, minimum they use 250 servers, 300 servers, right? So in that case, manual efforts, when we use CI/CD flow or Jenkins automation tools, definitely we use Ansible or Chef. Okay, Chef is not required. In any interview, if any interviewer asks you about Chef, how can you manage? You can tell them like, so before 3 years we used to use Chef. Currently, so we have integrated Ansible. Like that you can manage. Chef is very simple. It is completely GUI. Okay, so don't need to worry about. Chef is not using much projects, very few projects. If interviewer asks you that question, you can manage like this. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Apart from Ansible, we can do from Linux commands also, right? Means upgrading and all.
Yeah, upgradations, package installations, so plugin installations, all these things happen through Ansible only. Okay, so we'll prepare some playbooks and we trigger the playbooks. Okay, yeah, in last week and before last week, a few of the other batch members got offers. Okay, 6 offers they got. So in which I did some proxies also. Couple of other 4 members, 4 or 5 members got their own. Okay, so that I'll put status in next week, maybe tomorrow or day after. We want to prepare some video. All the members. Yeah, this is the right time to get the job. You can seriously take this practice and all. Every day you have to practice. So for 1 week or 10 days, seriously you can spend some time and you can work on this CHD and other tools also you can brush up and you can start the interviews. Start attending the interviews. Okay. So market is good. So 1, 2, 3 entries, it would be like you will be confused. Maybe you'll be confused or you will get some like, so you get some different feeling, unable to handle the interview. So after 3, 4 interviews, definitely you will get some confidence. Okay, so you can start attending interviews, or else do one thing: you change the resume name, different name, fake name you can put, and you can attend the interviews. Okay, so after 4, 5 interviews, you can change original name and you can start again. That is also one best practice. So people normally, when they don't know when they want to switch to other technology, they do like this. Okay, that is also one practice. Fine. Next week we'll work on second project, so which is so Kubernetes Google or Kubernetes Azure combination. So we'll see that. I'm checking that. So we'll work on that next week. Next Saturday or
Sir,
Sunday.
explain one project on Terraform if possible.
Yeah, I'm
Because
trying to plan that Terraform also, because licensing issues. We are facing some licensing. Yeah, we'll try to do that. Either Terraform or Kubernetes. We'll see that. Okay. So I'll
there is
update you. Sorry.
there will be only one more project. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'm asking take projects on Kubernetes and Terraform as well, because both are important, right?
Kubernetes, we already did some different like GI. In GI already I'm showing you, right? So we'll see that one project we'll work on next weekend. Okay. So we'll see that. Either it can be Kubernetes or Terraform.
It's mentioned 3 projects in the syllabus. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. So actually NEXUS is considered as a one project. So when we move the WAR files into NEXUS, okay, that we can consider as a small project. Also, one more thing, in Docker, I think one more small thing we performed, BusyBox, right? So that I haven't mentioned anywhere. Okay, we'll see that. Not an issue. We can do 2 projects, 3 projects also, right? The same licensing issues we are facing currently. So we'll work on one project, big project, any project. Okay, if possible, we'll do it tomorrow. Other extra one also. We'll see that. Not an issue. So I'm checking that. I'm working on that. So next weekend we'll work on one project. Later we'll see if possible we'll take another. If I'm getting freeware for other project, other tool, definitely will perform that. Okay. Fine. So I'll provide you this documentation, this code and TOMCAT installation documentation document. Okay. You can practice this. If you have any questions, you can post in the group. So I can explain you the doubt in this project, but I cannot show you entire project again. Okay, you have to go through complete video and you have to note down the steps and you have to follow. So some people are asking, I have this doubt, please explain. So complete project again, I cannot explain, right? So you will be having video, right? So you can go through the complete video and you can take down the steps one by one and you can perform. So I can give you some idea, but I cannot show you again complete project. So people are not understanding. In previous batch, not previous batch, 40th batch, one guy asking, so can you show me entire thing again? That is not possible, right? So you can go through the video, complete video 1 or 2 times, then only you can understand. I can explain you within 1.5 hours or 2 hours or 1 hour, but it will take to understand, it will take 2 hours or 3 hours from your side, right? So first you can understand complete picture, then you can start practice. Okay, fine. So we can stop here for today. So next week we'll connect again. So I'll share you link by Friday, coming Friday. So that will work on the next project.
Sir, you didn't.
Sir, we need to do the certification.
Sorry, certification.
Yeah, way to do the certification from.
Yeah, certification for cloud, right? AWS or Azure, right?
Yeah. AWS certification.
Yeah, if you want to write your own, I can provide you some dumps, exam questions. Okay, if you want to take help from any proxy, so our people are there. I'll provide you a number. You can talk to them. You can tell my name or institute name. They will help you out.
Oh, proxy also there for that. Okay.
Yeah, AWS proxy also there. So they will help you. But you will be front of screen only. They will write the exam.
Okay. Yeah, but can you share the documents? Like I want to prepare it and then I want to give it. That's all.
Yeah, sure. So before attempt real exam, you can write some mock test. Okay. So Udemy or some people they are providing some mock test for 400-500 rupees. They're giving some access. In that you can practice exams, mock test. After that you can go to real exam if you want to write your own. Okay. So because once we pay the fee, only one attempt they will give you, right? So that is why you have to practice. Also, one free site is there to practice exam, which is Linux Academy. In that, you will get some help, exam help. Exam help means mock test, Linux Academy. So in that, you will get some mock test. Or else you can search in Google, you will get different sites also. Freeware also available, I think. I don't know exactly. Freeware sites also for exam practice, some sites are there. Okay, if you need any proxy support for exam, let me know. I'll give you a number, direct number. So you can directly contact them. They will charge extra for 1,000 or 1,500 rupees, and they will attempt the exam. They will clear the exam. Right? Yeah, Suresh, you are asking something.
Interview questions in the share the AWS Devops.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'll share today. AWS and DevOps questions also. Even the Google also I have. Google GCP questions also available. So I'll share with you. And Azure I have to get from the center. I'll share. Okay. No problem. I'll share.
Sir, possible unte projects కొంచెం మూడు అంటే ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయండి అంటే లైక్ టెర్రాఫార్మ్ అంటే టెర్రాఫార్మ్ అనేది క్రియేట్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఇన్స్టెన్స్ అనేది యాక్సెస్ అవ్వట్లేదు ఎలా చేయాలి కూడా
అది చూద్దామండి మీరు చూడండి డౌట్ వస్తే నాకు పింగ్ చేయండి చేద్దాం డెఫినెట్గా నేను టెర్రాఫార్మ్ కానీ కుబర్నెటీస్ కానీ చేద్దాం ప్రాజెక్ట్ కుబర్నెటీస్ ఆర్ టెర్రాఫార్మ్ ఓకే నేను చెక్ చేస్తా వర్క్ చేస్తాను దానిపైన ఎందుకంటే అది కొంచెం అడ్వాన్స్ లెవెల్ కదా అది చూస్తున్నాను సో ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ పాసిబుల్ టెర్రాఫార్మ్ పైన వర్క్ చేద్దామని సో కొన్ని లైసెన్సింగ్ ఇష్యూస్ యూఆర్ ఫేసింగ్ ఓకే ఫైన్ అండి
అంటే ఈ వీకెండ్ నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ సార్ క్లాస్ ఈ
వీకెండ్ అయితే బెటర్ కదా అందరూ వర్కింగ్ పీపుల్ ఉన్నారు కదా సో మనకు 1 hour సరిపోదు కదా మార్నింగ్ 8 o'clock కి స్లాట్ ఫ్రీ ఉంది నాకు స్టిల్ బట్ 1 hour ఇస్ నాట్ సఫిషియంట్ రైట్ దట్ ఇస్ ద ప్రాబ్లం సో ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ అంటే మళ్ళీ కొంతమందికి అవైలబుల్ ఉంటుంది అంటే వర్కింగ్ డేస్ కదా సో దే విల్ హ్యావ్ సమ్ ఇష్యూస్ లైక్ దే విల్ కనెక్ట్ ఆఫీస్ రైట్ సో దట్ ఈస్ వీకెండ్ ఈస్ బెటర్ సాటర్డే ఆర్ సండే Okay, so we'll plan weekend, Saturday or Sunday. So I'll update you by Friday, the timings and the link. Okay. Fine, Andy. So we'll stop here for today. So next week we'll connect and we'll work on the second project.
Ram.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, Ram.
Yeah, check.
Yeah, అదే 3 ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ చెప్పరా కొద్దిగా, ఎందుకంటే డాకర్ ఆర్ క్యూబర్నెట్స్ కూడా ఇంపార్టెంటే కదా మనకి యాక్చువల్గా టూల్స్.
చేద్దాం. డోంట్ వరీ. ఓకే.
యా ఎందుకంటే టెరాఫార్మ్ చేస్తే మళ్ళీ వీటి మీద కూడా లాస్ అవుతాం కదా, బట్ మామూలుగా
చేద్దాం. కుబెర్నెట్స్ పైన చేద్దాం.
యా కుబర్నెట్స్ పైన చెప్పి టూల్ అనేది ట్రెండింగ్ లో ఉంది కదా, క్యూబర్నెట్స్ కూడా.
చేద్దాం.
ఒకవేళ బిఫోర్ యా ఓకే
సాటర్డే ఒకటి స్టార్ట్ చేద్దాం.
మేబీ హలో
చెప్పండి.
యా కొంచెం బిఫోర్ ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేయరా, అంటే దేని చెప్తారండి, ఫ్రైడే కానీ అట్లా.
ఫ్రైడే ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేస్తాను. ఫ్రైడే ఈవినింగ్ లో పెడతాను. సో టైమింగ్స్ షేర్ చేస్తాను, సో దట్ యూ కెన్ జాయిన్.
యా ఓకే రా. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so we stop here for today. So already it's 1 hour 50 minutes, right? Yeah, we stop here for today. So we'll connect again next weekend. Fine. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.